it is inevitable that we're going to see Anthony Joshua hold back against Jake Paul. It's going to happen. And I don't think it's because it's going to be in a contract. I don't think it is going to be in a contract because it's not bloody allowed in, in the professional ranks or just in boxing in general. So it's not going to be in a bloody contract. But Joshua knows how dangerous this sport is firsthand. He knows how dangerous boxing is. I believe even if Anthony Joshua is to stop Jake Paul, it will be a very polite stoppage. Joshua's not gonna go in there and absolutely want to batter Jake Paul. I reckon Joshua's gonna have to get the stoppage. I reckon he will get the stoppage, even probably without trying the levels in this fight. So Joshua can get a stoppage without trying, but he's not gonna hurt Jake Paul badly. Even if Jake Paul goes down to the canvas, Joshua's not gonna hurt him badly. And there's a much difference to going all out against Francis Ngannou than going all out against Jake Paul. First of all, you look at what Francis Ngannou did against Tyson Fury. Then you just look at Jake Paul in general, who's way smaller than Joshua, who isn't seen as a fighter or viewed as a fighter like a Francis Ngannou coming over to boxing. So yeah, it's unfair, but I think it's inevitable. Joshua will hold back. Joshua will win. He's not going to throw the fight away. He's obviously going to win without a doubt in my mind, but it's inevitable. He is not going to go all out in this fight. And there's reasons for it. I mean, look at the other week ago. Jaya Patel gave Sin Cara a bloody brain bleed, and we're seeing a lot of them. We've seen a lot of them brain bleeds. Boxing is dangerous. If Anthony Joshua went full power on Jake Paul, he very bloody well be capable of killing the guy. He honestly could be. So I think it'll just be. I think Joshua will just find it morally wrong to go hard on him anyway, and it's going to be a really painful fight for the fans to watch. But I think it's going to be that bad. Joshua's actually going to have to push to the stoppage and get Jake Paul out of there. That's my opinion. I think it literally could be not as bad as Mayweather Deji, but bad as in Joshua's kind of messing about a bit, just holding back, not going all out. But the fight is so bad, it's like he'll just have to stop him. He'll just have to stop Jake Paul, kind of like what Mayweather was doing against Deji. So yeah, yeah, Joshua will hold back. That's the reality here. That's the reality here. He's not gonna want to damage Jake Paul. He's gonna want him to, and I hope that Jake Paul gets out the ring all good, and I'm sure everyone does. Most people do anyway. And that's the most important thing at the end of the day. And fair play to Jake for being able to pull off a fight like this, but fair play for taking it. I think you can only really say that after the fight, depending on how it's gone. That's only really how we can judge it after the fight, because before the fight, it's easy to say, oh well, he's stepping in there with Joshua, this guy is a complete warrior. But then it turns out there's just a touch about. It's like, no, 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 no credit for that whatsoever. But look, Joshua decision could be a very good bet. It could be, but Joshua round one's a very good bet. Or Joshua like around 5 or 6 if he's just playing with him so much. He'll just have to eventually force the stoppage, because there is a different kind of level here, and I think it's something that people don't understand. Jake Paul's been looking great on the bag recently. Yeah, of course. I'm so bloody tired. He's been looking great on the bag recently from what we've seen of footage coming out. He's been looking the sharpest he's ever been. And yeah, you've got to give him credit. But reality is, you compare him to the level you think he's at. You don't compare him to Anthony Joshua. That's the thing. You don't look at that and think, oh yeah, he's going to be able to beat Anthony Joshua. Like, I've seen comments of people saying, oh, Jake's defense is just the thing that needs fixing. Offensively, you might have a chance. It's like, what? But no, look, Joshua's got to. I think he holds back because he wants to. He's gonna want to hold back in this fight. It's kind of like what Jake Paul wanted to do against Tyson. Jake Paul ended up holding back because Mike Tyson was a 60-year-old man, so he just realised that the fight should never have happened. And I feel like Joshua's going to get a reality here that, like, this fight should never bloody be happening. You know, don't go all out on him. Again, it's weird because if Joshua goes out on him, he could really hurt Jake Paul badly. People might say, "Oh, why go so hard on him?" But then, if Joshua does go hard on Jake Paul, um, no, sorry, if he doesn't go hard on Jake Paul, then the criticism is going to be off the roof because he's already been bloody getting criticised for taking this bloody fight in the first place. If he goes out there, goes the distance, purposely just holds back in the fight, then there's going to be a lot of problems with the fans, isn't there? There's going to be a lot of problems and nothing's really going to work out well whatsoever. So overall, I think it's inevitable that Anthony Joshua will hold back in this fight against Jake Paul.